Hey, good morning. Hope you're having a great Saturday. All right. Well, we're back. It's been a tough time these last 2 months. I'm not fully recovered, but I'm doing a lot better. So, finally got the urge to come out here. I'll be honest with you, I don't have nothing to do with lanterns, nothing to do with stoves, working on cars, restoring antiques, nothing. This thing that I got, it's like my family got the flu. I got a pinched nerve in my lower back that my sciatic nerve just went off. Could barely walk. I was going to work even though I'm sick as a dog, it's like, so I could care less about any of this stuff. Finally, it's like we're doing a lot better now, and it's like, all right, I got the fever again. So we got some espresso coffee going here this morning right now in this Primula. It's a really good unit. I got a little baby unit too. I really like these. They're really nice. And we filled this guy up here, and it's doing good, lit right up. So we got some new lanterns out here. Not new, but I mean, I pulled these out of the archives here. We got this 427. So it's doing really good. It's got its original mica globe there, as you can see. But it's a runner. It's good. This was the one that had a really hard time. The pump, it took me like a whole day to fix that pump. I had to heat it with a torch, stick it in water, heat it, torch, ultrasonic it, put, penetrating oils in there, heat it up again. It was a really difficult challenge, but we did get it going, and it works perfect now. Then we've got this, can't think of the name. What is this one now? I've been out of the loop. I can't even think of it now. That's how screwed up I am. Yeah, the 242C. So this is the one where we had swapped it out from the nickel plated font. I had a loose brass font. I bought in some parts. So I had to fix this. This thing was kind of screwed up, but it's working good now. I have to leave it a little bit loose, but it doesn't leak or nothing. It was giving me a lot of problems, but it's dependable now. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. We always have to remember that these units, they're old and they all have a little quirk, so you have to accept those, And then we got an AGM going here. There it is. It's a 2572. This is one of the ones. Ooh. All right. Let's see what we got going here. Yeah. All right. Well, this one here, we're going to have to. I spilled a little bit of gas on this one here, unfortunately, this morning. So, yeah, but at the same time, it's a God blessing that it happened. Looks like, it's like this one might be one of the cracks that I sealed is leaking a little bit. This right here is just from, I spilled gas this morning. How else is it doing here? Yeah. There's nothing there. Yeah, probably when it rolled around, a little bit of the gas. It's okay. I don't really care. I've gotten to the point where I don't need these things perfect. I could care less. I'm not going to be like that anymore. Because then you want to enjoy them too much. So this one here, I think what we're going to do. Yeah, maybe it is a little bit leaking. That's all right. It's got a little seam here. It's leaking a little bit. We're just gonna dump it out, and we're gonna just reseal it with a little bit more of the epoxy on that, and not worry about it. You got to learn to not take life so seriously on anything. We're responsible people. We go to work, take care of our families. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like you try for perfection on everything, you're always going to fail. So sometimes it's better just to be a compromise. I mean, this thing's working. It may be sweating a little bit of gas, but it's working. And that's not a big deal. I'll just dump that out another day and we'll hit that up with a little bit of Coswell, a little bit of epoxy, seal it one more time. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times to get these things just right. And we'll be back in service and not worry about it. But that's all right. And we'll just respray it. I got lots of paint. Hit it up one more time and we'll be good. All right, well, I got some projects going here I got to do quick because we're going to go on a little trip to the Pacifica for a little while. So I've got to change the oil in the Porsche right now. I changed the oil on the Countryman, but I didn't have the filter on hand, so I got filters now. They're sitting right here. We're going to drop one of those in there. And then on the little Mini Cooper, the R56, that car, I changed out the some cam parts, some lifter parts, and because it had a lifter had broke on it, and so it kind of, the broken pieces kind of ground on the camshaft a bit. So it's still trying to get all that oil, that metal particulates out a little at a time. You know, we've obviously changed the oil, but I'm going to go and swap and put another filter in there so we can get that out there and kind of just observe and see if there's very much metal in there. That car, I'm having a really hard time. It's very dependable. It starts right up. I drive it to work every day. I don't drive very far, but if I go a certain distance, it's like I get a flickering oil light at idle. And I thought I'd solved the problem before with some of these. There's these O-rings. Well, originally they were like a piston ring, but they go on the camshafts, and one of them had snapped. And then the new part is a nylon like ring that you put in place. So I did that, and it seemed like it was doing good. But then I had this problem where the camshaft broke, a lifter, and it started acting up again. So I don't know if it's just it might be as simple as that it's just still trying to get out that babbitt, that little bit of metal out of there, and it's plugging up the oil filter a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and swap that out, and hopefully it'll resolve it. If it doesn't, I think it might just might be time for a new oil pump. That oil pump has seen some hard times because the previous owner, they let the timing chain go, and a lot of the plastic and stuff kind of plugged it up and everything, and the screen, and well, it's had some hard times. But I mean, I've swapped out the transmission on that one with another used transmission, and it's okay. It's not a really great transmission, but it does its job. It doesn't slip or nothing. But yeah, these cars are pretty temperamental, but it's okay. I only drive a little distance to work, and during the summer I use it to take my daughter and drop her off in San Pablo, and occasionally get a pizza out there and stuff. I just keep it kind of a local car, but this car could make it across country if it wanted to. It's just it's, you know, it's one of those special needs cars. Other than that, it's a good car. Well, anyway, let's see if our, oh my God. All right, I think my my coffee, when it overflowed, it knocked out the flame here. That's all right. Let's get that cleaned up. Wasn't paying attention to it. All right. So that's turned off. Maybe try to relight this. Maybe ran out of power. just filled it up with fuel. So my advice is to, oh, come on. Oh. Come on. Get that burned down a little bit. What's it doing that? Didn't do that before. Yeah, we'll let this burn off. That's weird. Never did this deep before. Oh, doesn't want to go out. Let's take it outside here. I never panic on these things. That's the one thing you want to make sure you do is, okay, now I'm going to panic a little bit here. Let it go out. It's all right. Yeah, we're going to let it go out. Give it a second there. That is weird. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this one apart. I've never had to take it apart, but I think now is the time. Seems like it's the generator. Let's let it go out. All right, well, anyway, it is what it is. We'll clean it up and do a little service on this thing. All right, so I found a problem. It's just the coffee got in there. See, that was it. So it's blocking the fuel. Yeah. All right, so what we'll do is just going to hit this with a torch, kind of burn it out a little bit, and relight it. Yeah, sometimes you, like I say, don't panic on these things. All right, I really hate this torch. I want to get one that works good. All right, I'm going to try to light this thing up here. Open it up a little bit. Oh, there it goes. All right. Not a very strong flame because it's probably almost out of... here we go. All right, I'm going to bring it over here. So like I say, just because something starts freaking out doesn't mean there's anything necessarily wrong with it. Unless it's an AGM 2572, then it probably has stress cracks leaking. All right, so that one's done. I'm gonna shut that down. We got our coffee here. So yeah, this next week we'll go ahead and drain this thing. We're gonna hit it up with some epoxy again. No big deal. Let it dry and give it respray the font, and then that's it. No worries, it's all good. Let's pull this one down. All right, I'm going to pump this thing up a little bit. I'll bring you right back. All right, well, anyway, I'm going to shut this one down. It's got leaking pretty good here. It's all right. I'm just fix that one and it'll be all good. All right, well, we swapped out the red AGM with a green AGM. So this one I had done recently, not that long ago. I think this one didn't have any problems, and I don't think this font, well, yeah, this one did have some stress cracks in it, but it seems to be okay. Yeah, these are really prone to these stress cracks. That's okay. It's it's like my Mini Cooper. It's a special needs lantern, but it still works. Yeah, it's just paint. It's doing pretty good. Well, we got to preserve these things the best we can. It's pretty cool when normally it'd just be junk. It's got the stress cracks. I bought two on eBay, the two red ones, and I got them really cheap. You know, they were really old and dirty, but both fonts had stress cracks. But like I say, I got them all cleaned up and painted, and epoxy the fonts, and they are working. That one right now, it's like, yeah, it seemed like it didn't coat it deep enough, thick enough. So we'll hit it again, but that's okay. They're working. All right, well, let's get started on the cars here real quick. I got to do this fast, and we'll get back to you. All right, so we got the Mini Cooper cartridge oil filter out. Got a brand new one in here. Going to change out the O-ring. So these they sit here just like right there. Just put a little piece of cardboard there, and it's not too hard. So I'm going to get that done. Then we're going to do the other one. I'm warming up the cayenne, and then the oil will be nice and warm, and then we're going to use our vacuum suction pump to suck all the oil out, and then we're going to change the filter and then put brand new oil in there, a new filter. So, all right, we'll bring you back. All right, so I got the oil filter out from the little Mini Cooper. So yeah, it's got some Babbitt metal in there left over from when those parts broke in the camshaft of the lifter. So that's why when you fix something like that, you change your oil, is that go back and change out the filters once in a while to help get it clean, and then drain the oil again and put fresh oil in there. It takes a little time to get all that junk out of there, but that's probably what right now is causing when I drive it further, like to go get a pizza from my son in San Pablo. Coming back, that's why at idle I'm seeing a little flickers, because it's the filter's pretty plugged. So we got a brand new genuine OEM Mini Cooper filter we put in here, and yeah, we'll take it for a drive. Maybe tomorrow I'll go pick up pizza when we're back and see if that resolved the problem. I think that's what it was, because it looks pretty much like Babbitt metal there. All right, well, let's get in there and bring you back. Let's take a look real quick here at the Porsche here. So I already drained out all the oil. There's nothing left pulling out. I already dumped this into a bucket once. Holds about 7 quarts. We already changed out the filter. That's done. It was nice and good shape. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull this out, wipe down any splatters, and fill it up and start up, and we're good to go. All right, let's check our lanterns. So yeah, this one's doing really good. This one I had epoxy the font, doesn't have any leaks. It's doing just fine. That one's doing good. This one's been good. I haven't had to pump any of these things up. They've just been sitting doing their job. So we got all the oil sucked out of the Porsche. So this is a diesel. It's really important to use ESP, which is emission system protection oil. They make it really pure because if you put the wrong oil in there, it'll foul up all your sensors and you're going to be in a world of hurt. So make sure if you have a European diesel, like a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter or a Porsche or an Audi, that Volkswagen, that you use the right oil, or you will really cause problems. These sensors are very sensitive and your emission light will go on and you're going to be hating life. So anyway, we're going to get the oil in here. I went ahead and started up the little Mini Cooper. So we're changed its filter out. It's no leaks, so I'm just going to check the oil level and close her up, lock it up, and this one will go ahead and start it up, and then we're going to go and reset the oil change interval on it, and then yeah, that's where we'll be pretty much there. All right, coming back a little bit. All right, so we got good oil pressure there. We'll give it a second there to go ahead and go through the oil filter and everything. So we're going to get out of this, do the oil reset. I don't want to scan nothing. Oil service. Turn on ignition. Okay. And put the current date. And then so it's going to be right now, what are we in, 03. And today I think is 7th or 8th. Forgot now, it doesn't really matter if it's off by day. Put it on the 8th. I think today's the 8th. All right. 2025, March 8th, and then F2 to finish. Application complete. Thank you very much. And that's it. All right, so let's see here. All right, we're good. So let's turn it off for a second. Pull the key out to make sure that that oil service doesn't come up. And we're good. And we just need to check and make sure our oil filter isn't leaking. Let's do it. Let's see here what we got here. Yeah, so we're good. All right, well anyway, just got to put the shrouding cover on, and we're good to go on these. All right, God bless you all. Take care. All right, well, these are doing good. I'm going to shut these down pretty soon here. I'm debating if I want to mow my yard real quick before I start prepping stuff here. As I said, we're going to go on a little day adventure here right now. I think I'm going to try to mow the yard real quick here, the front yard. It's getting a little untidy. Then maybe Sunday, tomorrow, we'll go and We can weed here and do a little trimming. All right, but anyway, yeah, the oil's all done. The cars are good. So I've got some peeling here on my my hood. So I bought a bra. The bra is going to cover up about half of this. It's 110 bucks on eBay. So I know it's wet right now. So what I'm going to do, I was watching a video yesterday. The guy had like a Toyota van, and the back was the same type of deal. So what he did is that he went and kind of peeled off around those things and then sanded those areas there. And he did the whole panel, sprayed it. He used a Rust-Oleum automotive lacquer. He put about 7 or 8 coats on. So like I say, for me, what I'm going to do, it's on both sides like this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to just go ahead and sand that area right there. And I'll probably just go ahead and, you know, mask off an area and then just spray it. Spray it and put like 7 coats on, let it dry really good. And then I think I'll just go ahead and I'll get a little bit of super fine 2000, 3000, whatever grit wet sandpaper, and just do a little wet sanding on the edges there, and then just buff it out a little bit to kind of bring it back. And then we'll have the bra on there, and the bra will kind of distract from everything. So even if it's not perfect, nobody really notice that. I mean, these days, especially out here in California, literally to paint this hood would be $1,000. You know, so it's like they've made everything with all this environmental stuff and all this nonsense. They've made it outrageously expensive. They pushed out a lot of the lower priced paint services like Mako. Mako's, I've had a lot of cars painted in Mako. They do good work. I don't care what anybody says, but I've never had paint peel off from a Mako paint job. They look good. They're real flexible with you. You know, what you want to fix, what you don't want to fix. But unfortunately, out in my area, all the Mako's gone. I have to drive to Stockton or Sacramento to go to a Mako right now. So, but yeah, right now I think I said we'll get this dialed in. Like I said, it's only 29 bucks for 2 cans of that that lacquer. I've used lacquer before on cars. It works good. This is a clear lacquer. So like I say, this one right here is not too bad. We'll just touch it up a little bit, sand it, and we'll spray it, kind of rub it out a bit. Same thing on that side. Put the bra on, let it, once it's dry, pretty good and cured, we'll put some wax on there. We should be good. All right, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and break out the Ryobi electric lawnmower. We're going to mow this real quick and then call it a day, and we'll start going to kind of do a little packing stuff here. But yeah, these are doing good. And like I say, you know, even though sometimes you seal a font and it leaks, don't give up, just reseal it. This one, you can see it's got a massive stress crack right there. But, you know, it's sealed just fine. There's no leaks on this thing. It's absolutely fine on them. So, yeah. The only thing I recommend is once you're done using it, is just drain out the gas so you don't have gas soaking into that epoxy. Even though they say it's, you know, can handle solvents and gasoline and stuff, just dump the gas out. If you got an epoxy sealed font, just when you're done, just dump it out. It's best. That way, at least you're putting less stress on that epoxy. All right, well, God bless you all. And we're going to call it a day right now, and we'll come back soon.